Welcome to the Fifth Ward Junior High Parent University session on Google Classroom. My name is Ashley Stewart. I am the music and choir teacher here at Fifth Ward. I'm going to be sharing some information with you on using Google Classroom at home to access all of your account information. The first thing I want to discuss is what is Google Classroom. So Google Classroom is used to streamline the process of sharing files between teachers and students. It can provide communication for teachers and students and parents, and we're able to share assignments, resources, grades, due dates, and a variety of announcements and information to you and your students. It's kind of like a digital binder for your students' assignments and all of their resources that are being used at school, both in person and virtually. So, to get started, each child was provided a secure login and password at the beginning of the school year. Their username is their student ID number. Their password is a combination of their name and student ID number, and each student has an email address, which is their student ID number at student.stpsb.org. The first thing you're going to need to do to access your Google account is to log into Chrome. You're going to click on the Chrome icon on your on your desktop. You can use other browsers, but the district recommends using the Chrome browser because it works the best with the Google Suite. If you're using a tablet or a smartphone, any browser will work, Safari or whatever other browser you have. Okay. Once you have opened your browser, in the top web address bar, you're going to type in accounts.google.com. and a page should pop up with your Google sign-in account information. You're going to use your student's school email address here to sign in. Make sure that you are signed out of all other accounts before attempting to log in. We find that if you are already logged into a personal account, when you try to log in to the St. Tammany Parish Google Classroom account, you will be told that you do not have access. So make sure that you are logged out of any other Google accounts before attempting to log in to your St. Tammany Parish account. Again, make sure that you put the full email address in on this page in order to log in. So once you have put your student ID at student.stpsb.org email address in, you're going to click next. And once you have entered that information, you're going to get another screen that says St. Tammany Parish Schools. There's going to be a blue bar on the left-hand side. This is logging you into the St. Tammany Parish District Network for the account. So here, it's going to ask for your student's username and password, not their email address. Do not put the email address in as the username. It will tell you that it does not exist. So make sure you only put in their student ID number for the username, and then the password. Each student's password was set up for them at the beginning of the school year. So unless your student has somehow managed to change the password, this should be the way you can find out what their password is. If for some reason it doesn't work, please contact their teacher or ask the student if they have somehow changed their password. Okay, so the first character of your student's password is going to be the first letter of their first name, and it will be capitalized. So my first name is Ashley, so the first character of my password would be a capital A. The next two characters of the password are going to be the first and second letter of your student's last name lowercase. My last name is Stewart, so the first 2 letters of my last name are ST, and I will put them in lowercase. The 4th character of the password is going to be an exclamation point. Following the exclamation point, you are going to enter the last 4 digits of the student ID number. So if my student ID number were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I would use the last 4 digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that would be my password. For students who have hyphenated last names, it would be the first 2 letters of the first part of your last name. So if you have any additional questions about that, feel free to email me, Ms. Hammond, or your child's teacher, and we'll do what we can to help you out, making sure that you're able to get the password correct and have access to your student's Google account. Right. Once you have this information in, you're going to click Sign In, and you now have access to your student's Google account. In the top corner on the right-hand side, you're going to see a little blue circle with the first initial of your student's first name, and that tells you that you are now logged in and can access your Google account. Okay. This is also the screen where you can see down here at the bottom, you can sign out of all of your other accounts. If you need to sign out of your St. Tammany account or any other accounts, this is where the screen where you can do so. Okay, so now you are logged in and have access to the Google Suite. The top circle next to your initial circle is the 9 squares, the 9 dots. This is called the waffle. I don't know who made up that nickname, but that's what we call it, is the waffle icon. And when you click on the waffle icon, a drop-down menu is going to come up, and it's going to have all of the apps that are available for you to use in the Google Suite. Okay. The most commonly used apps that we have here for our students are listed here. You have the browser, which is Google Chrome, Classroom, which is where your students log in to access all of the assignments and resources from their teachers. Junior high is going to have multiple classrooms, where elementary will only have one for their homeroom teacher. The next icon is the Gmail account, your Gmail icon, your app for email. The email address that you use to log in the very beginning is the email address that has been assigned to your student. So once you have logged into the Google account, you have access to their Gmail. In the Gmail account, teachers are able to email students directly. They can email each other directly, depending on assignments and different things that they're doing in class. It also has, typically in Google Classroom, when teachers post assignments or announcements or resources or anything to Google Classroom, it sends an email to all of the students that have been assigned to that classroom, so you know when assignments and things are being posted. Also, if your student submits an assignment through Google Classroom and a teacher posts comments to that assignment in their Gmail account, they will get a notification that the teacher has posted comments, and they can open that to see what communication the teacher has sent to them. Okay. The next icon we have is Google Meet. This is the video meeting app that I know some teachers used in the spring, some with the students. I believe some teachers are using it in class here at school. This is a great tool for face-to-face instruction when we're not able to be face-to-face, or if they are working on group assignments or things in the classroom. The next icon we have is Google Drive. This is going to be the cloud-based storage. Any assignments or documents that the students create or save to their account is saved here in the Google Drive. It is accessible from any computer as long as the student is able to log into their Google account. So if they've been working on their Chromebook and have saved their work to the Google Drive, and they go home and they log in on their desktop computer, as long as they are logging into their Google Drive account or to their school Google account, they can access their documents in Google Drive. Okay. So we also have Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. These are the 3 word processing apps that we use in the Google Suite. Google Docs is similar to Microsoft Word. Google Sheets is the Google version of Excel. And Slides is similar to PowerPoint. So these 3 are the apps that students are going to use to create documents. Okay. Contacts, in your contacts, it should be set up so that it's St. Tammany Parish School District contacts, your teachers and classmates and things like that. So if you need to get in touch with someone here at school, you can always check your contacts. And then the Google Calendar is going to be a really cool resource. If you click on your student's Google Calendar, it will show you all of the assignments and assessments and things that the teachers have assigned to your student and when they are due. So we'll talk about that some more in just a minute, but it is a great resource and I highly recommend you become familiar with Google Calendar. All right, so once you are logged in and we're going to go to Classroom, you're going to click on the waffle again here at the top and then click on the Google Classroom icon. Doing so will take you to a screen that looks similar to this. Again, elementary students are not going to have as many classrooms available as the junior high students will. But this is where they will find all of their online digital classrooms. Okay, any classrooms that they have joined. And you can switch between classes on this screen. Okay. So once you decide which one class you want to view, you're going to click on it and you're going to go in and you're going to see at the top of the screen your main page tools. We have Stream, which is your news feed and announcements. The one in the middle is Classwork, which is where you will find your assignments, materials, and resources. And then the third tab is going to be People. This is the teachers and students that have been assigned in this class. These are the people who are in your digital classroom. Okay. So the first one that we're really going to take a look at is Stream. On the Stream page, if you click Stream, the Stream tab at the top, this is what you will see. So on the left-hand side, there's a box, and in the box it says Upcoming. Here, if you click View All, it's going to take you to another page with a complete list of all of the classwork that is assigned to your student for this class. Okay? The main purpose of the Stream page is for the teacher to post announcements and information. Assignments and things like that are going to be under the Classwork tab. So this is more of just a news feed for the teacher to post information, general information for the class. Okay. The Classwork tab is the meat of the classroom. This is where you're going to find your assignments and materials and resources that the teacher has shared for your class. Okay. On the left-hand side, you're going to see a little menu. The top of the menu, it says all topics. It allows you to go to certain materials. You don't have to scroll all the way down in your assignments to find something specific. You can click on certain topics here on the left-hand side, and it'll take you directly to what you're looking for. Another really neat access here is your view your work link at the top. If you click view your work, it takes you to another page where you will see all of the assignments, whether they've been assigned, completed, or missing. And you can see what assignments you need to complete, which assignments you've already finished, and what assignments you have coming up. Okay, another really cool place to see that information is your Google Calendar. Here's another access to it here on the classwork page. When you click here, you can view all of the assignments for every class you're enrolled in. So for junior high, this allows you to see multiple classes at the same time. So if you have an assignment due for social studies and math on the same day, they're going to show up on that day in your Google Calendar. So I highly recommend becoming familiar with the Google Calendar view for your assignments to see what's coming up and what you may have missed. Okay? So the district has set it up so that you can access your Google Classroom and Google account from anywhere. If you have an Android, iPhone, tablet, or desktop. On the iPhone, smartphones, tablets, make sure you are accessing the Google Suite through your browser and not the app. So if you download the Google Docs app or the Google Drive app, you're not going to be able to access your St. Tammany Parish account. You have to access it through the browser. So that's why at the beginning of the session, I explained to open the browser first. So even if you're on a tablet or iPhone or an Android or any other kind of smartphone, make sure you're accessing your Google account through your browser. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email address is ashley.stewart@stpsb.org. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. You can also contact Miss Rebecca Hammond in the office or your student's teacher. We are here to help you in the very best possible way that we can. And if we do not have an answer to your question, we will do whatever we can to get the answer for you and let you know as soon as possible what we can do to help. Okay? I hope that you have learned something new and have received some helpful information. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I appreciate you listening to the Google Classroom session. Thank you very much.